Yes, I first met Jim in 1987. I believe it was March of 1987 that I came out here, do an interview with him for admission at the master's program, basically, in the first place at the geotech group here at UC Berkeley, what is called now Geosystems Group. And the first thing I remember is I was, how can I say that? I was taken aback. I thought I was visiting with a legend. I thought, the guy is a legend. There's no two ways about it. But he was so down to earth and so humble that really shocked me. And that was, of course, starting from then on all the way through my tenure here, 4 years with him, working with him. Made me a humble person too, I think, I hope. But it was the first and foremost value in Jim that I appreciated. He was a guy that was ahead in so many fields, a brilliant person, a person who wrote history in our profession, and he still writes history through his students and grand students and grand students and so on and so forth. But so humble. And to this day, I appreciate smart people. I appreciate people who, are accomplished people and who are doers. But most of all, I appreciate humble people, people that, do rather than talk about themselves, do things, advance the state of the art. Now, funny thing with Jim is when we sat down, first of all, I came here very strong in finite differences. I was very good at math, writing code, these kind of things, and he told me, well, sorry about that, but you have to switch now and become an experimentalist, which was both a blessing. If you look at my career, that I worked around that all through my career, but a curse as well. I mean, doing experiments is a hard thing. You do one experiment, you're fine. You try to duplicate it, then you get different results, and then you're not so fine. You do it for a third time to figure out what went wrong, and you get yet different results a third time. So it's a tough thing. I immediately swam into the ocean. He dropped me. And I remember we create the approach, the experimental approach. We create a matrix of samples that we're going to be testing for different variables and different conditions and so on and so forth. And we had come up with some 164 total different combinations if you look at the matrix. And he looks at me and he says, well, Demetrus, you're going to be running like a headless chicken. And that's how I learned what a headless chicken is. To me, headless chicken was just a chicken without a head. And I thought, it was gross. But no, running like a headless chicken was the joke. And he had all these jokes. I spent the first Christmas here, actually, was invited to his place and spent Christmas with him because I had to finish compacting, preparing all the samples so we get into the curing time and we move on and use Christmas that nobody was around to do the work and, make a lot of noise and not disturb other people. And I remember he comes in one day, probably it's the 23rd, no, the 24th is actually the night we spent the Christmas together afterwards. And he says, Demetrus, man, you're working like gangbusters. That's another word I found out, through Jim. I didn't know what gangbusters was, but yet I found out I was running like a headless chicken, trying to make sure that everything, was timely, happening at the right time and putting the things at the right place, not confusing, numbers, etiquettes, you name it. Anyway, Jim taught me things, stuff, values, and most of all, behavior, okay? He's, as I said, a very strongly humble person, but very hardworking person. And I learned that thank God, immediately that no matter how bright you are or how good you are and how lucky you are, you don't really advance in life in terms of personal accomplishments. I don't mean the financial, part. You don't advance in life unless you put the effort. And the more effort you put, the more likely you are you'll advance further. You earn more mileage. He also taught me what balance is in life. Through his life example, with play squash, he used to beat the heck out of me. He was being 42 years older than me or something, 44, 40, 42, yeah. And at the same time, so every lunch we take off, other people go to eat or whatever. He would eat afterwards, but we go play squash. So use the time. This is one of the best habits I have in my life, still to this day, what keeps me alive, that, I also do some physical exercise, and I love the mountains, skiing, things that I saw him loving. So I said, okay, it's got to be, good if Jim loves it. So I never felt guilty, for doing it. One time, again, a funny story is at our times, before you do your qualifying exam, not the qualifying exam, rather the oral qualifying, which was like the defense of your thesis. You didn't have to defend your thesis. You could defend anything here, but I defended my thesis, my work. It was customary on the Friday seminars to present our work, sort of like a dry run before you go in to do it for real, to be examined on it for real. And Jim, he was in some faraway place on some faraway project, exotic project or whatever, and he was not there that day. And Dick Goodman, who was at the time responsible for this, Professor Goodman, for the Friday seminars, he told Jim Monday when he came in, he says, Jim, Demetrus did an excellent job. I mean, it was really breathtaking, the whole presentation. And so he calls me his office. And he says, man, I'm really proud of you. I always thought you're a joker. I said, yeah, Jim, a joker, a smoker, because I used to smoke, and a midnight talker for sure, because I used to leave late from work here. So anyway, he showed me how much he regretted that he couldn't be here, and he said, it's too bad. We had a video that they were recording these things, and the video was not working for like a month, and it didn't work also for my presentation. He said, I can't even watch you on video, but I said, we can watch Monday Night Football, Jim, and it's good enough. Anyway, he instilled on us, not only on me, on all of his students, things that, as I say, they kept us going. They drawn us into a successful path, hopefully successful path, and for sure, how can I say, not an ethical path, I came here after so many years just for this event, because I now live and teach in Greece at the National Technical University of Athens. But the same feeling still holds, the feeling of a family, of a close-knit family, where we don't overlook on each other's shoulders. We don't try to outrun each other. We try to help each other out. And also through my career, the most important accomplishments I did with fellow students from here. Either people that preceded me, like Rudy Bonaparte, or people, my times under different professors, Dennis Grab, he did his PhD with Nick Sitar. And there is still that same sense of family here. And there is vibrance. And my advice, to the students, the incoming students, or the students who are doing now their masters, or are contemplating to do their PhD, or are doing their PhD, or are postdocs, work hard, guys, and try to make the best out of it. and enjoy every moment of your life as much as Jim did, okay? He was doing too many things, like I do too many things, like most of the people that we came together here do too many things, but we managed to enjoy, well, as much as possible and as much as needed.